What is up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, day traders, closet swing traders? Hope you guys doing absolutely fantastic. Hope you guys are feeling good. Hope you guys are ready to go. Spy, chilling for now. Small little pullback from uh from the close at least yesterday. We'll run through that, but more importantly, we got Amy in the house. Good morning to you. We got Andy. Good morning. We got Bill, Brian, Chris, Cindy, Dan. Doug is in the house. Good morning to Frank. Erlene, good morning. We got Jeff, Joe, John, Keith, Kevin, Lauren, Lou, Lucian, Michael, Mike, York is in the house. Good morning to Rock, Tim, William. All my people out in YouTube land. We got Bijal, Hostel, Daniel. Good morning to Leonard. All my lurkers in the background. Just not gonna say nothing all day. It's okay. I still love you. Hit that like and subscribe button. And yeah, gap and go yesterday. Most of the day, at least the longer part of the day when I was on the microphone in the live trade room, we had a nice little pop out of the gate. So you did have some room for the Bulls to make a little money early on, but if you did not grab those profits, you had to wait to be bullish again. And where did we wait to? Well, we got right down into this 620. I think I had targets of like 620.75 ish, and I think we missed it by like 20 cents, 15 cents, somewhere in that zone for the absolute low. But we came pretty close to calling the bottom. We saw the kind of rotation, and then we were able to flip, take some more trades. I think specifically we took AVGO at that time. Made a nice little push and good close yesterday. So we got the VPOC higher than the previous 2 days. That's positive. Today at open, we'll see. We have 27 minutes right now. We're still inside yesterday's candle. So let's see if we get a small little pullback. Let's see if the 623.57 is holding. So far it is. It looks like we just pulled back into it, and we're starting to get a little pre-market bounce as well. I don't think all-time highs is off the table for today. That would be a decent move. But psychological level, we've already gotten past this one yesterday. This is 624.06 is the high end of that candle. If we could break it again, I think we probably could. I think we get the next psychological level somewhere around 625.39, and then a big level at 625.60 for us to get to all-time highs today. We're gonna have to get through that, and then we need 626.29, so really not that far away. And market looks like it's still peeling in the bullish direction. Again, not a lot of economical news. I'm not sure if Trump is talking today. If anything looks kind of crazy in that direction, but for right now, economically speaking, pretty quiet week, and we'll see if the Bulls just want to kind of just keep on doing the bullish thing. Qs. We said Qs did look a little bit better yesterday. I think this close was a little stronger. Obviously, right into was that a yep, it looks like we did make all-time highs yesterday. So yesterday we did hit another all-time high on Qs, and we pulled back. We got the close underneath this 556.53. Maybe a tad higher than that one. Let's go. Yeah, 556.53. See if we get above it today. Pretty good VPOC moving higher. We have to get the price to stick past that 556.53 for the close. But we did it once. I think we could do it again. Still inside day. Maybe if you're looking for a little bit of a pullback, some kind of support, check out this 555.90 zone. Let's see if we can hold on that one. Airlines are doing their part. Yeah, didn't I think Dell was supposed to be reporting too. We got Bitcoin. Bitcoin closing at almost all-time highs. Almost. So we got this double top. You got above some key levels. You closed right into. I think we did hit all. Yeah, so we did hit all-time highs yesterday by a little bit, but then we pulled back, and we closed right at this previous resistance. So now we've tested it. That was a big move for yesterday. I don't know. Maybe the Bulls just come in and just rampage is higher, but otherwise, a candle like that, I'd probably expect a little sleepiness, a little bit of profit taking at all-time highs with something that looks a little double topish. I think we continue to keep going, but let's see if we get any closing past 111, 276. That would be my sign. We got very close to it yesterday. So not bad. We got tickers coming in for days from you guys already. So first one I see is NVDA. Let's check out NVDA making that $4 trillion valuation mark yesterday. Um, and they're going to continue to have that celebration today. It looks like it's a nice little move right at the highs of the day. I think we'll see. The high of the day yesterday was 164.42. We are 2 pennies below it, so close. They're trying technically inside day. If you get your retest spot 163.09, that's where I'd be looking to get in. If we just open and rerun, Godspeed. I don't know. I don't have any targets. You're in uncharted territory, so who knows? But for me, yeah, I'd probably have to wait, or maybe if you get some kind of high wave candle, you want to try to play some momentum out of the gate. We might see a move, and then if we get a eventual pullback, either today, tomorrow, the next day, 163.09 would be that next little support we have to kind of bounce off of, and would get you better risk reward on Nvidia. But strong move. Looks like it wants more today. The one that I would think, and yeah, Jeff pointed out this stock too, that I think looks fairly good. However, you do have some resistance up here, but we've already clobbered through a lot of it. So we've had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, 6 trading days of consolidation. If Nvidia is a $4 trillion company, I know AMD and Nvidia is not the same. But if Nvidia could make it to a $4 trillion company, this one would be the lagger. This would be probably the I think this is the second largest chip company. You don't think they could be worth a little bit more than this 143 mark? We're not even close to all-time highs. Again, was that all-time high warranted at that point? I don't know. You could maybe make a case. Still looks bullish in terms of a swing trade at least, but it is a gap and go for today. You're clearing through some good levels. You have a little bit of resistance. Watch for this 144.17. Anything above that, then I'll get on board with you for a bullish move. Otherwise, we might see a little chop in here. I think if you could get a pullback spot, the first one to watch for, and this might be a small pullback, and then maybe we can go from here, but 142.96. Otherwise, I think if we could get down to the support of 142.03, that would get me a little bit better risk to reward. I don't think the Bulls would like to drop it past that. Therefore, I don't think that you probably come back for a retest today. 139.05 would be yesterday's retest. So watch that spot if we get down there, 142.03. Everything else looks bullish about it, especially if we can start clearing this 144.17 zone. So we will see. A Roku, I see coming up in the chat, and they did have an upgrade. So Roku getting the upgrade. Nice little already run that we've been on. Bulls already making some money. Um, does anybody want to sell Roku? Take some gains in Roku, maybe. It is a retest gap, pure retest gap from yesterday. Although yesterday was just inside day, that was also a retest gap. So we've just been really hanging around that range. The one thing I would be concerned with, watch for pretty much right where we're opening. This 91.19. If we can get above that, then I think we go. We still got some more resistance above us, 92.31. You got some 92.79. Biggest problem for me is there's a lot of people already bullish on this thing. There's a lot of people already making money on the way up. It did give you a pretty good indication. You almost have some inverted head and shoulders. You have a nice pullback, retest, plenty of opportunities to get in. So on this news, I don't know. Maybe I think we probably fade this one. We'll see. We'll see where this one wants to open. Again, 91.19 or higher. Then probably we stay on that bull camp. Otherwise, I think this one probably has the ability for a full retest into about 88.91 would give you a better spot to try to play that news of the upgrade if you get it. So, and we've seen a lot lately where you get the upgrade and it just kind of fades. This one might play into that camp too. So, I I, I don't know if I really would get too excited about playing the fade on this one to the short side. If you do have roughly $2, something like that to the downside, but you would be going against the grain from the upgrade, from the current movement, from the gap up. But if it comes down, I think maybe a spot to go bullish. would be there. Otherwise, get above this one or get above this 91.19. Give me some kind of a candle, and then maybe we could try to push it, see where we go to for Roku. But definitely a nice little upgrade. Looks good on the charts. I don't know if it's the right time. Tesla. Jeff saying Tesla looks saucy. It depends on how you look at it. Or actually, I should say what time frame you look at it. I was looking at this thing probably I started looking at this thing I think today, probably about 30 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago, something like that, and we were sitting right here. I was actually talking to one of the members about it, but that would have been a tough spot. We still would have that 200 right in front of us. It's essentially the same exact trade, even though it was a gap up. So it's a little lean to the bull side. Since we've looked at that, it has been running pre-market. We'll see where this one opens. That's going to be the most important part. But now we are opening above that 200. That looks good. We had our resistance from 2 days ago, 301.32. Let's see if we can stay above that. That leaves one more resistance on Tesla, 302.11, which we have already been through. I think we could get through that today. And then I agree. I think Tessie is starting to look a little bit saucy. I agree. Your next target on this one, I don't know if we hit it today, but it could. We got 314.72 would be your next target on this one. That gives you about a $13 move to the higher side. But again, just like I said before, when I was looking at it, didn't look that great. It's starting to move, but we still got 17 minutes left. We'll see where this one wants to open. And I think a phenomenal move would be if we are actually gapping above 302.11. So now, Tessie, definitely on the list for today. We'll see where we can get in. We'll see what that looks like. And yeah, it is perking up a little bit for today. Might have a nice little play on it. mRNA definitely has the room to it. We could squeeze an R. We could at least squeeze a 1.2 out, if not quite a bit more. We got mRNA. Yeah, I saw this one a couple days ago. Started perking up. Nice little breakout here. Starting to get above outside of a pretty long consolidation period. Typically, when that happens, you have some more room to run. We've already moved about five, almost $6 since then. Looks good for today too. Yesterday was a red candle, so that would make this a gap and go, but that's just an inside day candle from yesterday. I think you're still kind of playing off this bigger candle where there is still people profitable, and you are headed right into a resistance. So I agree. If we get above 33.90, we'd be good to go. Otherwise, I think I would like to see a retest on this one, somewhere back to I don't know, maybe like this 32.73 zone if we can get it. But that would look good. And then your next target is 34.69. The one after that takes you to like 35.19, and then you're up to like 35.81-ish. So it has some room. I don't really love the opening price location. So let's see how this one wants to react. If we can get some kind of a high wave candle, maybe we have an opportunity to take a break of it, which would also be taking us on the break of that next little resistance somewhere at 33.90-ish. So we'll see. But yeah, good gap. Swing trade perspective, I don't know. It's got room. I mean, even if this thing makes it back to $50, well, I guess your next bigger volume takes you to about $43 almost. Mini little volume somewhere around 53.78. Mini volume around 65. So earnings have been a little bit of a mixed bag, but some of those have been beaten. And this looks like it's got the recipe for a possible little longer term breakout on it. All right, we got NCLH. And we'll take a look at some of those cruise lines. Before I even zoom in, because I don't have to zoom in, I don't really need to zoom in on this one. Already I like it. I think we're at a good location. I would have liked it before. There's not a lot holding us back until about $26. I've got nothing, no defenders on this one. So we could continue to go higher. Where are we at now? We're at about $22, 22.22. Not bad, but that's pretty decent. Let's see the levels for today. If we can get some better buying spots. It is a gap and go from yesterday, just because yesterday's candle's red. That's 3 days inside of that green one. I think this is probably still going to play as a retest. If you get some kind of a pullback, watch for like 21.99. It's not too far away, 25 cents down from here. So if we get pull into there, we get really good risk reward. The fact we are taking out the highs, if this is indeed where we open, this would be still a fairly strong gap. Next small time resistance, 22.55. So watch that one. It's kind of sneaky that we're above this one too. You know what? This one might not be as much of a retest as I was thinking. I'm gonna have to wait the 3 minute candle at least on it. And also pretty shocking that I just had to add this one to the list. We look at this one all the time. I just never felt like I wanted to add it, I guess. I don't know. Tim says, would NCLH be likely to give a 3 minute buy at this opening level? Yeah, I would think so. Um, it would probably give the buy signal, but it's probably going to throw your entry actually a lot lower. Probably close to this $22 level. Yep. So I think, and where were we? So yeah, we have buy on every time frame except the sell. I think the buy on the 5 remains 15.60. There's no reason to give that back. I think that will flip to the 3 minute buy as well because it looks like it's fitting the category. I think your buy signal entry price might be a little bit lower, so you might have to get creative with it if we are staying above this one because it's not gonna recognize the candle from March 3rd. So, but that is a pretty good level to finally take out on this one. Really, your first sign with all that volume, as soon as we started getting above 21.38, that was a really good, impressive move, and you've already seen some follow through on that one. We got MSTR. Royal says Aklo. No, we can take a look at Aklo. MSTR is chilling for today. I'm actually surprised we're getting a little bit of gap down, but I guess Bitcoin is down a little bit off the highs. You had a good breakout candle yesterday. You kind of tangled up into a little bit of a mess over here. The resistance or the recheck on this one, where we close, is right into that 415.95 resistance. If we can break higher than today, I think your next target is about 419.33, and then I think you're kind of off to the races after that. Um, a full-on retest would take us to 404.55. MSTR could do some wild things. I don't know that we fully retest that today, though. You're kind of caught up in some of these other levels. I think to the low side to start looking. See if you get like a 406.66. Maybe it runs into like this. Let me see. You got volume here. Got a little volume here. I think this one would be a good retest. 406.66 if you could get that. Then you have some decent risk reward. Probably throw a stop underneath yesterday and just try to ride it out if you could. But yeah, give me a little pullback with that kind of resistance above us. Otherwise, if we start breaking this 420.17 mark, you're probably gonna have to start chasing to the bull side of things. That would be us taking out some pretty key levels on that one. Let's take a look at Aklo, and then we'll take a look at hymns. Aklo. For today, nothing too crazy. Not yet. Um, yeah, I probably wouldn't play it today. As a swing, maybe. As a swing trade, you might be able to take the high end of yesterday's candle, take a break out there, almost kind of bracket this. I'd probably throw my stops a little bit lower into like the $50 mark, something like that. If you're gonna try to get in there for a swing. For day trade, you have a really good resistance, 53.97. So see if that holds as your resistance. If you can start to squeeze above that, now it starts to look early signals for bullish. You have a little bit of support, somewhere around 53.37, and then 53.17 would be a big one. So still inside day, we might hit that 53.17. Never really came down to this 50.99 zone quite yet. Got kind of close to it, but it is gapping. It's a gap and go for today, so maybe slight little edge to the bulls, but it's very tight range, I think, on that one. for today. Hymns. Hymns. Great close yesterday. We might get some continued momentum today. Great close. Next VPOC will take us up to, oh, we almost got into that first one. Very close to it. The first one was somewhere around 52, 56. We got right into that range. We rejected. But the close of that candle, the close of that VPOC, above the 20, above every other time frame that I have on my chart, maybe not the 10. But yeah, I think we probably see some more continued buying on hymns today. Uh, it has to be for me though above, so it wouldn't be out of the gate. We got to get, and maybe we'll be out of the gate if we get next 8 minutes with some bullish buying. But let's see if we get 5104. If we could take that out, I think we get continuation from yesterday. If we cannot get through that, you do have a pretty deep retest in this one, which would take you to about 49.69. So see if you come back down into those levels, which would give you kind of almost your next opportunity to buy. But right here, I'd probably add open is a do nothing for me. Get a little bit higher, and then we'll see if we get some continuation from yesterday. I think that would be kind of interesting. All right. Let me see. SMCI. I was looking at that one too because I was like, you know what, AMD kind of looks interesting. SMCI at the time I was looking didn't look that impressive. Right now it does though. Looks a little bit more impressive. Not really too much really holding us back. I think your next target probably takes you to about 53.61. So you got some room on that. It is a retest gap. I think this would probably be a good high wave candle. Your actual support is about 49.26, and you have 2 days of buying. So maybe see if we get a little sell off first. But and then the closer you get to 49.26, the better. Really good close yesterday outside of those previous VPOCs. That would be your sign to, it's probably your sign to hold overnight when you get that kind of close. In which case you'd be up. And if those people did hold it, maybe they take some gains. So let's see if you get a little bit of a retest in there. It looks good. It does have some room to run. Let's put SMCI a little bit higher on the list for today as well. That looks pretty okay. Did Dan go over Oracle? No, Doug, I did not. ORCL. Let's take a look at it now. Uh, uh, uh. Absolute beast of a runner lately. It's quite the quite the open. Yesterday was retest gap, however, that was inside this red candle. Even this red candle, this was a failed gap and go. Still inside that candle. Let's see if we probably, if you get a pullback on this one, you're looking for like 236.39. We'll give you a good entry. Otherwise, it is a good, nice little gap up. I would expect a high wave candle at minimum. Maybe we could get a little bit deeper of a pullback and then run, but it's kind of hard for me to buy it inside candle of the last failed candle. Your real confirmation get above 241.64. I have no idea where target's going to be on this one. It looks like it wants to continue that bullish trend, and I think it goes higher. But question is, especially on day trade, you can make a good call on it goes higher, but if you don't know how to get into it or trying to figure it out would be the second challenge. So I would love to see a little pullback on this one, and I think you'd have opportunity for another bigger push on Oracle still coming. When's their earnings? We're about to hit earnings season. We got time on Oracle though. We got September 15th. Yeah, I guess they just had earnings not too long ago. You know, not really gonna run to the earnings. That is a good looking bull flag. If we could come back retest. I think that's a good continuation on that one, even though it will feel dirty because it's up. It is up a lot. CRCL, and then yeah, maybe we cover Delta, and then Boeing looks decent too. Circle Internet Group starting to perk up. Pretty good gap still inside day candle. Your full retest from yesterday takes you to 202.22. However, you already got past your closest resistance. That should be support 206.37 on a pullback. That's where I want to see that thing come into. Next target on this one takes you to about 219. You got plenty of room on Circle as well. Let's get this one. a little bit higher here. And then, of course, if we could break out of this 219.32, you got a whole bunch more dump trucks filled with cash, just waiting for you. Next move is 241.08. We probably do get back there to that range. I think actually your longer term target on this one on a full on retest 246.78. So I think you got about what is that, $42 something like that to the higher side. 40 $40 to the higher side, $38 to the higher side, I think. I'm just trying to figure out how to calculate math. But yeah, that looks good. Either way, lots of money ahead of you. Looks like a decent gap, small pullback. Closest, I think you get into 206.37. The happier you would be in terms of risk to reward. DAL. Let's check on some of those airlines today. Dell reports earnings, and they did beat by 1.91%. Surprise beat to the higher side of earnings per share. They came in with a cool 46.7 million extra. Um, it's quite the gap. Quite the gap. You do have a resistance we're opening into, so watch this 56.60. You're up a lot on this one. You're not anywhere close to the all-time highs, so you have room to go. And if we could break through this 56.60, you don't have much stopping you. I think the next point would take you to about 58.96, so it's got some room. Just watch for the where we're opening. If we get a little bit higher, I think that would be good. I'm watching Tessie near the screen, starting to put a red candle in. So again, on Tessie, the most important thing is gonna be where do we actually open on that one? All right, let's see. We got NVDA 4 trillion now. AMD is going nuts. Jenny's in the house. What's up, Jenny? We got SMCI CrowdStrike. Let's take a look at that one real quick. CRWD. It's been a beast. Been a beast. For today, well, you are extremely high. Some would call this the all-time high. We're very close to it. All-time high was up here somewhere. Um, big resistance. 513.95. If we could start to take that zone out, let's just call it an even 514. I think you will see another new higher high, all-time high on this one. But let's see how this reacts. We were gapping down a little bit. Your support from yesterday is actually at 509.37. Maybe we hit a little chop, but if you want to set your alerts for like 514-ish, and then you can play continuation, anything past that point. Otherwise, your next spot you're trying to maybe buy if you want to continue this craziness. You got 509.37. And that morning bell is just about to ring. So make sure everybody in YouTube land, you guys hit that like and subscribe buttons if you have not done so already. You guys are incredible, and I will catch you.